What's up, everybody? It's Justin Porter here, and welcome back to the rePORTER Show. I got my co-hosts back. As always, I got Josh Tucker and Devin Acosta, man. We back in action this week. We didn't really have too much to get into. It was Thanksgiving week, so we didn't have a lot of games last week, but we did have 3 basketball games to get into, so I'm going to go ahead and let Tucker introduce that first subject.
You know what I'm saying? First subject, we're going to cover men's basketball last Monday. You know what I'm saying? We came in the Canyon, played the Buffs, pulled off the upset, man. Big time, you know what I'm saying? Big culture win, you know what I'm saying? Big win for the program. They were missing a few key guys, and we were missing a few key guys as well, so it was a pretty balanced game. Went through a lot of adversity, but we battled and found a way to win OT, so you know what I'm saying? That's a big win for Wayland, and you know what I'm saying? A lot of people that don't know nothing about college sports, they'll be quick to hate on NAIA. Say, you know, NAIA ain't this, it ain't NCAA, it ain't D1, D2, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? So that's just more of a win for the NAIA to show that, you know what I'm saying, these type of NAIA teams can compete with the D2 teams, because West Texas, they're a heck of a program, ranked 7th in the nation. Yeah, ranked number 7.
Yeah, hold on. He being real. He humble right now. He real humble right now. You know what I'm saying? How we get to OT? How did we get to OT? Go ahead and tell me how we got to OT.
Tell me, man. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those games we had to foul, so we fouled. They make one free throw, miss one, so we're down 3, about 5 seconds left. We drew up a play. Yeah. The first two options weren't there, so I had to, you know what I'm saying, I had to make
let me go into the huddle. I need to go into the huddle. Okay, so when y'all was in the huddle and y'all was drawing up the play, what was the conversation?
You know what I'm saying? It's a play that we worked on a lot. It's a play that we work on a lot. We run it before every single game day. It's one of those plays for that exact situation, you know what I'm saying? You need a quick 3. So I'm actually, the 2 shooters are lined up inside. I'm on the outside, so I'm supposed to handle it, get it to a shooter. I get the ball, I see there's not any shooters open, so I had to, you know, on that situation, all you can ask for is a chance. So I get the ball, nothing's open, I just make some space and let it go, and thank God it went at the buzzer. So, you know what I'm saying, it was a good experience. I ain't never hit a buzzer beater my whole life in high school or anything, so it was one of those, it was a good moment, man. Shout out to Dev, got on camera, man. So.
I mean, I wish that we had the widescreen video, you know what I'm saying, so I could throw it up on there for y'all to see, but all we got is the little, what's the frame size of that when they put it on Instagram? It's, 9x16. Yeah, the 9x16. I don't know if that's going to look too good on our show, because we going, you know, the portrait mode.
We'll find it.
I mean, that is portrait mode. We're going to figure it out.
I mean, we can throw it on.
It's just going to look ugly, but I just want y'all to see what that boy did last week against West Texas, man. I mean, it was like he said, it was against the 7th ranked team in the nation, D2, and they went in there and handled their business. I know it was something. I know they played them last year. I don't think they got a dub last year, right? That's what I thought. And then this year they came in and, like he said, they was running out of time. Time going down. They was down by 3, and he chucked that thing up there, and it went on in. So that's big. So you know, I never thought I would do this, because they my co-hosts. And I can't really, I'm biased, but I don't care. You know, that man is certified nominee. He getting put on the board this week, so I'm gonna let the students vote. You know, I'm gonna still let the students vote, because we got some other nominees, but he's definitely one of them this week, man.
So I appreciate that,
proud
man.
to see you, man. Proud to see you, man.
That's love, man.
Now we're gonna go ahead and jump into the next subject, man. We got women's basketball. They went into California for Thanksgiving week, and I know last week I was talking about it. They wasn't here, but I was talking about it, and I said it's gonna suck to not be able to be at home for a Thanksgiving meal and not come home with a dub.
Facts.
So what did they do? They came home with a dub. All right. So they didn't go 2-0, but they went 1-1. And, you know, that's decent. I'll take that. They went into California and they played 2 very tough teams. Vanguard was the 9th ranked team in the nation. And then I believe the Masters was the 2nd opponent that they had later on in that week. And they ended up I mean, I don't know if you can call it an upset, because neither one of the teams are ranked, but I will say that the Masters was 7-0.
Yeah.
They were 7-0 before they played us, so they a pretty solid team.
They winning games.
Ranked or not, they a really good team.
They're gonna be ranked.
Gonna be ranked, exactly. So they just ain't out yet. So I think that's a huge win for us. That is a huge win to have on our schedule, to say that we went down there and we played the number 9 team. We didn't come out on top on them, but we went in there and played a team that was undefeated. I don't know how they already got 7 games. We only had 3.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, they
must
playing some games. But it was really good to see. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into that first game that they had against Vanguard. They lost that game 56-69. Now, what I saw from that game is we went absolutely cold from the field. What was the stats on that? What was the shots?
29% from field goal
Yeah.
and 2 for 28 from 3, which to me that's very surprising because you know the Queens basketball is 3-point shooters.
That's what we do.
Majority of them are all very good 3-point shooters last year, and like that's just our history. We're good scorers. They're normally great at putting points on the board. So I mean, for us to only have 56 points on the game, it's very surprising, and I don't think that's them.
It ain't.
It's not. I mean, you know what they say: you live by the 3, you die by the 3. So,
that is the truth.
I mean, we've seen a lot of teams historically that have been great from 3-point range, but you know, if you catch them on a game where they're not hitting, then you don't have a chance to win. But the story I heard about this game, talking to one of the girls' players, is I think we were down 13 after the first quarter. You know, women play for quarters, and then we matched them after that. I mean, we tied them the other 3 quarters. So we must have just got off to a pretty slow start, and then obviously we couldn't throw a rock in the ocean from 3. And I mean, that's when you shoot that bad and only lose by 13, though. That's honestly that's the only positive you can look at it, because I mean, we're probably not ever gonna shoot 2 for 28 from 3 again. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
So
because that's not our game, bro. I mean, I know that the beginning of the season is a good time to struggle.
Yes.
That's always the best time to struggle because you got to get it out the way. I know a lot of teams, they go through the season and they floating through the season. They destroying everybody feeling good. Then they get to the postseason and they find some struggles for the first time. And if your first time struggling is in the postseason,
You don't know how to overcome that.
you don't know how to deal with it because you're like, dang, why am I struggling? And then you know how long it takes to sometimes to figure out why you're struggling. It could take a couple games, and a couple games in the playoffs ain't good. You might got 1 or 2 games that you can really, you don't have the time for that. So you know what? Y'all got that one out the way. So I'll give y'all that. Y'all got that one out the way. Y'all still beat them in boards. You know, that's something that I've always noticed about our women's team is they get to the boards.
They do.
They get to the boards. They beat them 51-44 when it came down to the boards. But you know, sometimes you just can't help with that dry spell.
Yeah,
if you shoot
about it.
2 for 28, it don't matter how many boards you get.
It don't.
It don't. And so, that was that. But I will say, other than one girl on that team, now that might be just their game plan. That might be their game plan. That might just be how it is. But other than that one girl, they had one girl that she had 25 points and 16 rebounds. And so she was carrying the load.
Yeah, for sure.
I think they only had one other girl that went into double digits. So they locked the team down. But it was just that one girl they're giving them problems, for real.
Yeah, I think that 16 rebounds speaks more to me than the 25 points, man. That's a lot of second chances. That's a lot of second chances that we could have had, but I don't know. I guess it is what it is. They did a good job guarding everybody else, but yeah, that one girl, she must have had a field day.
Yeah, she was really solid. Now let's go ahead and jump to that next game that they ended up getting a dub against the Masters. That was 7-0. They won that game 62-58. Now that score is close. The game was even closer. I promise you that. And going into halftime, it was a tie ball game. At the end of the third quarter, it was a tie ball game. So y'all know how it was going to happen in the fourth quarter. It was a really tight game. I think the only thing that separated us from them was, once again, we was getting to the boards. They wasn't getting to the boards. We had 54. 21 of them was offensive. That's a lot of second chances.
A whole lot of second chances.
That's a lot of second chances. And on top of that, like I said, we was getting to the line. We shot 38 shots, 38 free throws, and we went 24 for 38 from the line. So that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
But that's a lot of second chance points and free points.
That is.
So that's what decided the game most of the way. I read the recap for the game, and it said that what really came down to it was the Masters had some problems with turnovers, and we capitalized on their turnovers, and then we ended up winning the game. We came down, they fouled us, we shot some free throws, and we won that game. And so that was also good to see. But we still went cold from the field. I don't think I had that. Do I have that written down on there on the notes?
No, I don't believe
No.
so.
Yeah. We didn't have like a really high scoring game from a lot of people. It was really spread out. But the thing was, the field goal percentage still wasn't there.
Yeah.
We weren't shooting that well. I don't know if it was. Was this their first road trip?
I want to say it was. Yeah, I want to say it was because we haven't played a lot of games. Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was. And if I'm not mistaken, first road trips can be a little shaky.
Man, they can. As you saw with us. You saw with us. Yeah, they can.
Yeah, man. First road trips can be a little shaky. So it's all right. I mean, you still got the dub. And as I always say time and time again, a dub is a dub.
Agreed.
So I'm glad that y'all got that win. But I did want to shout out Megan Nestor. She had 13 points and 13 rebounds.
13 and 13, that's tough.
And she was 9 for 12 from the line. So that is tough.
Yeah,
and I don't know how many of those rebounds was offensive rebounds, but I'm pretty sure she had plenty of those too.
She be cleaning up.
Yeah.
She be cleaning up.
Yeah, I mean, when you that tall, you better be getting them boards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
she nice.
yeah.
Windex.
Exactly.
The thing I'll say about that game is, I think it was at the Masters. Like, it was their home game. They're an undefeated team, and you shooting bad, and you still find a way to win the game. That's an impressive. That means your team got something about them. Like they're a scrappy team. They'll find a way to win. So and you still dominated the boards too. So that's what you like to see, even on those games where you don't shoot your absolute best. You still have a chance to win the game, and luckily we did.
And especially being able to close out on the road. If it's tie game throughout the entire game, and you're able to close out like that on the road.
That's a good.
Like
bus trip back.
Yeah.
It is. That's who.
Wait,
for sure.
did they fly?
They flew.
They probably flew because they the flying queen.
They the flying queen.
Yeah, they the flying queen. They gonna fly. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's a good flight back. I mean, a flight back is a good time anyway. You know what I'm saying? If I ever got put on a flight for a game, I'm cutting up.
It's fun.
You feel me? But I mean, we don't have that luxury, but I ain't gonna get into all that. But anyway, I ain't gonna get into all that. They the flying queen, so I'll let y'all do y'all thing. But I know that was definitely a good trip back when you ended on the dub. I'll give them that. So I'm glad to see that. I think they're 3-1 now.
I think
or
so.
4-1, one or the other. Either way, if your only loss right now is to Vanguard, who cares?
Yeah.
That means y'all rocking good. So just keep that ball rolling. Now, what I will say is, the rest of their schedule, the only teams that's really, I don't want to say the only teams that's gonna give them struggles, but the only teams that's ranked are two teams in their conference, which is, I believe, USAO and MACU.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. Yes. Those are the two teams that's left on their schedule. They gotta play them, I believe, twice. So they gotta handle that. That's the only thing left on their schedule that they really need to handle. Other than that, take care of business or the easy games. Take care of business. If you're not taking care of business, then you ain't gonna go too far.
You're not. That's the scary thing about the sack too, man. Anybody can catch you on any night. So I mean, you gotta always show up ready, no matter who it is.
I don't know if I'm biased or what, but I feel like the SAC is one of the most competitive NAIA conferences, if I'm not tripping.
I agree.
I've seen other conferences, I've seen other teams, and typically it's like 2 or 3 teams that's really good, and the rest of the conference is like dogs.
Yes.
Water, not the good kind. Not real good dogs, but they dog water, they bad. So it's just like with the SAC, I don't know, and how many, now I know it's different for some different sports, but basketball-wise, wrestling, I believe, soccer, I know, softball's a new thing, so that we're going to see how that is this year. What am I leaving out? Volleyball and soccer, men's and women's, I feel like a lot of those teams are very competitive.
They are.
Even if they're not ranked, it's always packed in the middle.
Yes, it is.
Between that 2 and that 6, all those teams are always 1 loss or 2 loss difference, and it's just like, dang, we really got to compete to get up out of this conference.
We do.
And so that's a plus and a minus. It's good because we're facing competition if we make it to the postseason. What's bad about it is it takes you that much more to make it to the postseason.
It does. It's that much harder.
It's that much harder. So, I mean, when you get it, you get it. You better appreciate that conference championship, boy.
Any conference win in the SAC, man, you got to treat it like it's a big deal because it is.
You do.
It is.
It's really big. And before we go into the rest of the show, man, I want to make sure we put Megan on the board for a certified nominee. You're going 13-13 against a really good team.
13 on the road.
On the road against a really good team, 7-0, undefeated. I'm going to give you that right there. So, once again, the certified nominees, that boy Josh Tucker, you know what I'm saying, and Megan Nestor. So y'all be sure to vote for them on Instagram when we post that, man. So I'm going to go ahead and give a couple of announcements. Well, really only one. I need some workers for the spring, man. If y'all want y'all's games to be recorded, I can't be the only one working. I need some students to come out there and help me work with the cameras, work with the system and everything, the computer. I need at least 5 people to come work with me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to work every game if we get more workers, but if we only got a couple, I'm struggling. I need some help. We got basketball, women's and men's. Got baseball coming up soon, and softball's going to be right behind that. And wrestling has a lot of home matches in the spring as well, so I need some help. Y'all got to come help me out. I don't know. Y'all help me do some recruiting.
Yeah,
if y'all know some kids that want some work study, something, send them my way.
Some of my need money.
Yeah.
They broke.
I know. And I know. Now listen.
My bad.
Everybody broke in college. You know what I'm saying? I was broke in college. And what I will say is even though it's minimum wage, if you are working every single game, they allow you to work up to 40 hours in a timesheet, which is a 2-week span. So that's 20 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? So if you working every game, 20 times 7 is 140. And 140 can get you a new pair of shoes if you want them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, Christmas coming around.
Christmas is coming around.
Valentine's Day right after that.
Exactly.
Man,
so if you got a lady friend,
take a little girl.
yeah,
you know
you need some chump change every now and then. Because how you gonna drive to Lubbock with no gas? You need some gas money.
She gotta eat too.
She gotta eat too. You know she wanna go to the Cheesecake Factory. Man. So, well, I don't know. Nowadays, ladies say something wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Like
y'all too bougie for me. But anywho, that doesn't matter. I need workers, so please come to my office, 113 Herald Auditorium, right wing.
It's easy work, man.
It is.
It's not manual labor. It's not very hard, man. You show up to a game. You're gonna be at the game either way. You're already gonna be there. You might as well get paid to be there. So y'all show JB some love, man. Pull up. He needs some help, man.
Please come to my office. Like he said, it's easy work. I set up everything. The only thing y'all gotta do
point the camera.
Is point the camera and press the buttons. Every now and then we gotta break it down and you gotta carry the equipment, but that's easy too. So y'all please come out and help me out. Y'all got anything? Any announcements, man?
Nah, man. Y'all pull up Thursday and Saturday. Conference starts, so that's when it really starts to matter. So man, y'all be sure and come show love, man.
What about you? Any announcements?
Same thing with him.
Okay.
Just continue to show love to all the sports. I mean,
absolutely.
Basketball's normally a big season for Wayland, men's and women's, on both sides of it. So continue to show love, show support, and
that's it.
Let's get this show popping.
For sure. All right, upcoming games we got this week, man. Today, men's soccer will be against Asbury and Kissimmee, Florida at the NCCAA National Tournament. So they kicking it off today, man. So I hope that they get the dub. I believe it's a round robin type of play to see who advances. So they have at least 2 games guaranteed to them. And then Wednesday, volleyball also will kick off against Oakland City in Point Lookout, Missouri. Also in the NCCAA National Tournament. They have 3 games guaranteed to them. So they'll be playing the Ozarks right after that, also on Wednesday. And then men's soccer on Wednesday will play their second guaranteed game against Westmont. And then Thursday, volleyball comes back and plays their last guaranteed game against Clinton College. And then basketball, home game against MacU, women's at 6, men's at 8.
Let's do it.
I don't care what y'all doing. I know y'all just got back from Thanksgiving. I know y'all already ready to go home and y'all got finals and blah, 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 whatever y'all got going on. But give yourself a little break. Come to the game, hoops, 6 and 8, Thursday evening. Come see some dubs because we're going to get the dubs. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
And then on Friday, wrestling as well is another home match. Like I said, wrestling got a couple of home matches this year, so y'all got to come check them out, man. Y'all got to come check them out. It's actually pretty interesting. Like I said, I didn't know anything about wrestling at the beginning of the semester. But once I started talking to the coach, I went to a couple of matches, of course, because I got to record them. But now that I'm really tuned into it, it's pretty interesting. So y'all got to come out there and give them some love, man. Wrestling will be against OCU at 5 on Friday, so please come check it out. And then Saturday, we got some more basketball for y'all, man. Southwestern Christian, it's another home game. It's going to be at 2 for the ladies and at 4 for the men. So Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's loaded with home games.
Y'all got plenty to do. Y'all got plenty to do here in Plainview, so y'all come and show some love.
Exactly. So y'all got what, 5 events this weekend?
Yep.
Yeah, 5 events for home games. If I don't see any students, I'm gonna be disappointed. Now I can't do nothing about it because it is what it is. But y'all, please show up, man. Just on a real note, please show up. It's always fun when there's a lot of fans out there, man. So
and I'm gonna tell them one more thing. Y'all know McDonald's got the deal with the 3-pointers made, and you know the Queen's gonna hit it, and the men we gonna try to hit it too. So y'all want some free fries from McDonald's, man? Y'all pull up, man. Yeah. Hopefully we hit enough threes, and y'all go to McDonald's after the game and get some free fries, man.
Now, honest question, you might not know this. if the women get the free fries and the men's get the free fries, do we get 2 coupons?
I'm thinking you get 2. I'm thinking you should get 2.
Y'all better show up to the game, man. Y'all gotta cheer them on. Y'all got 2 free coupons
Now you
for
bring a
fries.
girl to McDonald's
exactly.
too, man.
Yeah, exactly.
y'all can bring your girlfriend to McDonald's
Exactly.
to get
Baby,
both
I
y'all
got free fries. Come on, let's go get some food. You tell me, because you can get something out the dollar menu for $1 and then get free fries?
Well, I don't know, they bumped that dollar menu. I mean, chickens be more expensive
They
now
are?
than they used
They
to.
might not be on the dollar menu anymore.
Because they made it like a $1, $2, and $3 menu. Like, keep it one, bro.
Well, see, now that's why y'all got to come work for me so y'all can get some out the
some
$2
money,
menu.
yeah.
There you go, right
Come
there.
on, now.
Money from this plus the free fries. Man,
Free fries, that's a whole meal.
Bro.
Right there.
Come on.
Now, if you ain't got a girl, now you got 2
man.
free fries to yourself.
Opportunities.
If you want to be a little
greedy.
greedy,
Opportunities right there.
Exactly.
Y'all got to take it.
we go too now, man. We done fooled around enough. I got to let these boys get on with their days, man. So we'll catch y'all same time next week. That'll be the last wrap up for the fall semester, and then we're going to come back in the spring semester ready to keep it going. So we'll see you guys same time next week. Cool. All right. Yes, it is. It is.
I'm bringing my